of 2006, my husband was just we were living a normal life, and due to a pain, went to the hospital. They kept him, and it wasn't even associated with the cancer, but they determined he had cholangiocarcinoma, which is a cancer of the liver ducts, a very fast-acting cancer. He was practicing as a dentist at the time, and it was a prognosis of 3 to 12 months. At the time, my son Gregory was serving in the military in the Navy, stationed in Norfolk, Virginia on a ship.
The day before our ship went on just a short cruise up to New York City for a fleet week, I got the call that he'd been diagnosed with cancer, and he was immediately concerned about the amount of time that he had to live and the prognosis of the cancer, and knew that he needed someone to come and help him run the practice. And he asked me to request a humanitarian separation from the Navy so that I could come home and help my family run their business. It's a long process. There's a lot of paperwork. I asked the XO on the ship what I needed to do, and he wasn't a lot of help, but told me that there was a lot of paperwork and where I could find it to start filling it out. And when I looked at the package that you have to submit, there were a lot of letters, and it took us weeks to fill out all the paperwork just to request for the separation.
My husband, when he quit work, his full-time job began then of just getting Gregory home. I think not a day went by that he didn't call somebody. To know this was something so important, and then to find out people really didn't care. I mean, to have the paperwork on, or they would call to say, this is where you need to mail it. We'd do it. Then they said, no, you're really not supposed to send it there. You're supposed to send it here. And, just not helpful at all.
After many hours filling out paperwork and submitting it, my dad wrote a letter to Senator Hatch asking him to help plead for our case and to help expedite the process through the military channels.
Senator Hatch was so wonderful. Not only did he send a great letter, also he was able to call a couple times personally and talk, I know for sure, to the Secretary of the Navy, just to say, please look into this. And I really think the thing that was kind of like the lifeline to know we had Senator Hatch on our behalf, that there was someone that did know us, that would be concerned about us. I think that gave us kind of that hope. We knew that, if it wasn't going to be, may not, but we really had this strong feeling that if Senator Hatch was involved, we did have big hope. And so it happened, and my son was able to be released from the Navy. So the obituary read in the end to thank Senator Hatch for bringing Gregory home.